Hello all of you risk takers and truth seekers to podcast live, the battlefield. Those who don't know me, my name is Bekes, and today I'm sitting in one of the most beautiful places on the planet Earth. It's called the Taj Exotica Resort Spa, situated here at the Palm in Dubai, which I arrived very early this morning, 6 o'clock. I started my vlog. It's my second day or 21 days of my traveling across the globe, which we are going to visit 5 countries in 21 days. I'm not here to share with you reviews of hotels, airlines, because I leave this to the experts who do this for the living. You know, those guys who pay the first class ticket for a couple $100. Yeah, right, you know, that doesn't work that way, trust me. Those who don't know me, I'm the Guinness World Record holder. As well, I spent 1,800 consecutive combat days in a war, and today I'm going to talk about topics close, dear and near to my heart, and that is how to succeed in your life. After many years, I was following the wrong people, not listening to my intuition, not applying my knowledge, my life experience, my training. You know, I found myself in a very different positions. Today it's a different situation, so I want you to learn on my experiences. Take it what you need, you can leave it outside. As a Taj Exotic Resort and Spa, truly tremendous place. One thing I can compare with Emirates, with rest of the world, is customer service. Last night when I boarded the plane in Sydney, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., late flight, red-eye flight, 14 hours flight, yes. When I was doing my Guinness World Record, I was awake for 55 hours and 25 minutes. But flying on a plane 14 hours, it's different, you know, you losing that senses and touches with the reality, you know, because it was dark. The entire trip was in middle of the night, plus turbulences, some rain, some screaming, and some people wanted more chocolates, some people wanted more meat. But one thing, as I say, the customer service. If you run the businesses, I do, I run the 3 corporations. One thing with your clients you need to always remember, it is the customer service. Doesn't matter you have a good day or bad day. Remember, why did you start your business? And your client doesn't need to listen or feel negativity or feel less desirable outcomes of your customer service or provided services, or maybe your products. You need to always deliver, excel yourself. This is what I'm seeing in this Taj hotel. It's a relatively brand new hotel. It's a massive hotel. I'm gonna show you a little bit later how it looks like. It's a massive foyer. It's a beautiful lights, the couple pools, the private beach, everything is just perfect. But one thing what I realize, it's a customer service. It's impeccable. Same on Emirates flight. I must say, guys, whoever you are, wherever you are working for, which airline you're working, I'm admiring you. Being flight attendant and pilot, yeah, maybe it looks like, lucrative job. They're doing nothing. They just look beautifully and smell nicely. But let me tell you, it doesn't matter how much money you get. 14 hours on a plane with 480 souls on board last night. It's a lot of stories to hear, a lot of feedbacks to absorb, and after all to share the destiny of every single passenger. But 3 things I want to today talk to you about, which is a near and dear to me, and that is to I pass my knowledge to all of you guys. So it's like, take it what you want, what you don't want to leave it outside. I'm sharing this because I truly believe it's important for all of us to learn from each other. So leave in the comment section below, what do you think? So 3 things I want today put ahead of you are as follows. Purpose, and why is it important to have the purpose? Secondly, soul traveling, good or bad, and journaling, is it good for you or is not good for you? So let's go start with number 1. What is your purpose and how important your purpose is? Purpose, why purpose is important. Guys, those who don't know, I spent almost 14 years in military. 5 years consecutive years I spent in a war. And one thing what I learned in military, amongst the few things very important, is to have the purpose. Several weeks ago, I stayed without purpose. I need to run the business, I need to run things around me, but the purpose, sole purpose I created for myself was to fight in a boxing ring, as an amateur, of course. And I did. You want to know the results? I lost. So, the point is very simple. When I decided to fight back in the ring, I told my coach, what I want to achieve, and he told me, okay, let's go do the training differently, because, you take consideration the age and the way how I move. I'm not a guy anymore, 20 years old, but the purpose was being designed, what to eat, how much to train, how to carry my injuries, how to do even podcasting, how to influence in my business, how to influence in my relationship with the people around me. But the sole purpose was around that boxing for me to fight and win. That being said, the following day when I wake up after the fight, I realize I feel empty. And I say this in many of my podcasts. That's the worst feeling you can have as a human, to feel empty, that you don't have the purpose to live for. You have obligations. You need to work, you need to make the money, you need to make a salary, you need to maybe take care of your family, maybe you need to take care of your dog or pets. Doesn't matter. But the purpose, it's something different. It's something that's going to drive you to you be better, you to achieve something what you always want to achieve, regardless what outcome is going to be, but that's your purpose. Following that, I wake up in the morning and I felt empty. I had no purpose anymore, which is not a good feeling. And I was struggling for weeks to come. What I gonna do next after boxing? You can't just invent something, I don't want to, fly in the moon, because I'm not an astronaut, I don't know nothing about moon except it's somewhere there. So this trip brought to me, it gave me on a silver platter a couple things what I want to achieve in next 12 months as a part of my purpose, as a part of my drive. And I'm suggesting the same to you guys. Don't be the person without purpose. Whatever you are good at, if you're good in playing piano, if you're good in boxing, if you're good in social media, find the purpose around this and use your talents for that. Create a legacy. Be inspiration or motivation to somebody. Regardless, you want to be external stimulator or internal stimulator to somebody, it's up to you. But make the purpose for self. You're going to feel better. Maybe it's losing weight, Most of people waiting New Year resolution to start that way to lose the weight as a part of the purpose. But the guys, point what I try to make to you, it's important to have the purpose, and nobody can give you purpose except yourself. Nobody can tell you what to do except you need to tell yourself what you should do. Purpose is internal engine. Go for it. Create the purpose for yourself. You'll be glad you did it. Now, that leads us to topic number 2, and that is solo traveling, good or bad. Well, I was thinking myself, why would it be bad to travel on your own? Again, it can be very, very good. So I come with the 5 elements, 5 reasons why you should travel alone. As I say, today I'm in Dubai. It's a beautiful place. I know that you heard many stories about Dubai, many controversial stories, opinions. Put this on the side. I'm sitting in the most beautiful place, Taj Exotica Resort and Spa. So I give you the 5 reasons why you should travel alone. Sometimes you need to do this because it's going to help you as well as for the purpose. So I'm not inventing things. It's like I'm combining my knowledge, my experience with things happening to me. I truly believe after spending 14 years in the military, 5 years in intelligence services in the diplomatic environment, running 3 businesses, and having life like a roller coaster, up and down till I didn't tune myself to the best possible way to be happy and successful and healthy and wise. Today I want to share with you. So why is it important to travel alone? Number 1, it's you can enjoy greater freedom. Reason number 1 why I need to travel alone is to enjoy greater freedom. When you travel with your partner, with your parents, or with your friends, everybody wants to do something differently. When you travel on your own, you enjoy the more greater freedom. You choose what to do, how to do, when to do, and maybe you want to stay longer in the bed. Maybe you want to stay longer awake at night. Maybe you want to go to a different restaurant. But the important thing is, when you travel alone, you're enjoying the greater freedom. How good is that? Reason number 2. As I said, last night I sat on a plane, 9 o'clock, and next to me was a passenger, that wonderful person, that lady. She was traveling to see her husband in different country, but we shared a part of journey from Sydney to Dubai. So what was like, we start talking about things, about life and everything else. But another thing is, when arriving in Dubai, I was forced to talk more to the people around me. So You engaging yourself with the locals, with the natives, with the people around you. So this is the reason number 2 why you should travel alone, because you're gonna engage yourself in conversation with unknown people. You're gonna engage yourself in conversation with the locals. You're gonna start exploring that environment and those conversations. So that's the reason number 2 why you should travel alone. Reason number 3, it is very, very refreshing. In life, we all love everything to be given to us on silver platter, maybe golden platter. I don't know. But when you're traveling alone, you are forced to organize your trip alone. So you don't need to satisfy nobody but taste. You don't need to satisfy nobody decides what places need to want to see, where they want to travel. You are in charge of your own traveling. How good is that, when you wake up in the morning and say like, I want to fly, let's go say Dubai. I want to see in Dubai Burj Khalifa, I want to see the Palm Jumeirah, I want to see the Atlantis Royal. Doesn't matter, but you going on your own. That's the reason number 3 why you should opt in to travel alone, to go solo, because you are in charge of your own itinerary. Number 4, as I say, it's related to something I spoke before. It's a purpose. When you're traveling alone, you're spending time alone with yourself, with your thoughts, with your dreams, with your desires, with your life, after all. So that's the very important to understand. When you're traveling alone, you are the person who are spending time alone with yourself. So you have inner conversations, you have I'm just looking around me because of, I'm waiting for my coffee, so there's a lot of people coming in and out, and I'm still waiting for my coffee. So reason number 4, it's you spending time alone. You don't need to listen, nobody around you, it's only you, and it's a very profound and quality time with your inner thoughts. So that's reason number 4. Reason number 5, it's a confidence boost and learning about yourself. Guys, I don't need to tell you, you are often victim of this listening on the internet, how rough and tough you should be, what type of male you need to be, or the girl, or how successful you need to be, or all these things. But when you're traveling alone, you are forced to do one thing, and that is to explore your creative side of yourself. That can be your physical strength, can be your language skills. There's so many things you can explore this in the ways you think it's the best. And as I said, like sometimes maybe in an environment where you're living, you'll not be that rough and tough guy. But when you're traveling alone, you need to be that rough and tough guy. You need to talk to the locals, you need to engage in conversations. You need to do everything on your own. And that's what it is. You're becoming very adjustable person who needs to improvise, who needs to adapt themselves. That's a good thing it is. You discover how strong you are. And that gives you that zest of life that you are, be that person who goes and conquer the world. So when you're traveling alone, those 5 elements, don't forget guys. Element number 1, enjoying the greater freedom. I wrote this down. Interaction with the locals. You making your trip on your own, planning your trip on your own. You're spending quite a number of days or hours time alone with your deep thoughts. And number 5, which is very important, it shows how creative you are, how capable you are to become the person who you never think you are, because you're living in an environment where you are. And that leads us to number 3, journaling or diarying. How good or bad it is. Let me share with you what I discover. How good or bad journaling or diarying it is. I do remember when I was working in the service, and when I started work I was very green and working in intelligence services and as a head of interrogator in the military services. I was being told that I need to write things down, and I said like, why would I need to write these things down? I can remember them. They told me, Mario, be smart, learn from our mistakes. You need to write these things down, because one day you need a reminder of what has been said or done. So in case we go in a court or somebody do something stupid, we have that on the paper. That was a good idea. Since then, I always write things down. Even if I'm in a car, I'm driving from my home to my work and have some idea, I will scribble down on a piece of paper or a small notepad. But while I'm traveling, the journaling helps me a lot. So this is my journal. This journal, it helps me quite a lot. And as I say, those who don't know, I'm going to spend the next 21 days traveling across the 5 countries and several different continents, because I planned this trip for some time, and that is to investigate some events from the Cold War, in the heart, in a city, capital city of spas, Berlin. That being said, why is important and why is good to have the journaling, run the journaling? As I said, number one, it is you put your ideas down. Maybe you don't read them today, maybe you don't apply them today, maybe you don't check on them daily, but it's written down on a paper. They are there for you to access them. You're gonna say, oh, I remember I wrote something. So the good thing is that you put things down and you're gonna use them later. Number two, it is something what most of people try to avoid, and that is personal growth. When you write things down, you become creative. And that's like, I wrote this down on paper, so I want to elaborate this a little more. When you put on paper your ideas, your blueprints, your desires, you're personally growing. So you're not just person, I will do it. You already did it, something. You did it, but most of people never gonna do it. And that is you put things on a paper. And number one reason why I need to do the journaling is very, very powerful. We're living in very challenging times, very difficult times. Lives and times filled with obstacles, with so many uncertainties, and that plays with our mind. There's nothing worse if we allow to somebody or something plays with our mind, and that is important to you write your journal or diary, because you release all these tensions on a paper. Paper doesn't have emotions. Paper doesn't feel nothing. You use your pen and the paper, and whatever your emotions put there, they are there, but you feel better. It's good to strengthen your mental wellness, mental health. So guys, that's the reason why you should do the journaling. Mental health, personal growth, and most importantly, things stay longer on a paper. Your information, you can access them later. So when you spend time on your trips, think about those three elements, what you can do for yourself. You work on your purpose. When you're traveling, try to travel alone. Those 5 reasons I gave you, it's very powerful, because you're going to discover some things you never discover about yourself. And sometimes it's very important to look yourself in a mirror, and you got to get answers on all your questions, what most of people never going to give you. And as well, journaling. I know it sounds childish, it sounds stupid, but I say to you, I know through my life experience, we are not all same, but we all going through the same obstacles on a daily basis. Either it's a money, it's a business, it's a partner, it's some uncertainty, wars in the world. So many elements we are experiencing daily, equally. So when you put your emotions on a paper, your mental wellness becomes stronger. You remember your ideas, your blueprints. So guys, I just want to say thank you for watching Life the Battle. Thank you for this opportunity I can share with you. I'd like to say thank you to Alona for doing these great videos for me on a daily basis. So my next stop tomorrow, it's Serbia. So I'm staying in Serbia for 3 days. And then after this, I'm hop in England for some work, some presentations, and I'm gonna visit a couple sites over there. So stay with me. Let's go explore together tomorrow, Serbia. So guys, wishing you good night. Thank you.